Welcome aboard this intercity service to Aberdeen, where you will be calling at Northallerton, Darlington, Durham, Newcastle, Berwick-upon-Tweed, Edinburgh Waverley, Edinburgh Haymarket, Inverkeithing, Kirkcaldy, Lucius, Dundee, Arbroath, Montrose, Stonehaven, and finally Aberdeen. Refreshments can be found at the buffet in Coach F. But I can't stand up, so I can't get to Coach F. I should wear that Pudsey costume all the time. Yeah, Pudsey hype. Oh yeah, let me fix the uptime. I've no idea. I think it's HST. I'm not driving it though. It's a completely self-driving scenario. Scout Geek, your core game will update to TS18, but you don't get the routes and trains and so forth. What you need to do is treat it like a route pack. If you don't already have TS18, then the TS18 thing effectively is a route pack which will give you any routes that you're missing, including the North Wales Coast one. I can't look at the map, I can't go outside. Somebody's locked the camera. Lean your head out the window. No, because the coach won't be modelled on the outside, it will look rubbish. See? Yes, there's full compatibility between 17 and 18. Right, I'm going to see if I can rustle up some coffee. Hang on a minute. Don't forget those donations, folks. I want to see some more donations when I come back. Good bit of script in this. Just sat on coffee time. It's a pretty beastly Lua script from what I remember. Oh, that'd be awesome, Chimera. Do you want to sting them in a whisper? Oh, you've got to send me a whisper. Let's have a look. Yeah, if you want to PM them, that'd be fantastic. Thank you, Chimera. We've got some more codes coming, folks. Do that in. And I can put that in. Another train. Before I waste a coffee thing, I'm just going to top the water up. How are we doing? No, nothing new there. Cheers, Captain Jenks and Rob Jansen. Bradley's down the back of the sofa. As I don't need grey triangles, I thought you could have them. Very cool. Thank you very much. We'll just top up the water. It's in the way of the body. Oh, I don't need to go out. I don't need to go out. We appear to be slowing down. So how have you done this, Cameron's Gaming? Have you done... Is it watching the track, or have you told it to different things to run at different speeds, or to operate the controls? What's the approach you've used for this? Because there's a number of different strategies you could employ to code up something like this. Water in there. Wow, we've got coffee coming, folks. Yeah, that is the only problem with being stuck in the camera, in this camera, because you can't change the sound at all, can you? Okay, so you've done a cruise control, and you just tell it at what speed to do through the by marker. That's cool. Oh, look at that! There's coffee coming. Hang on, did the pacer overtake us? Or did it go the other way? It went the other way, didn't it? Coffee and then just mug, yeah. HS Coffee just doesn't have the same ring to it. Oh, fantastic. So we've Chimera has sent over codes for a game called Vermintide. We've got 10 copies of that, and for another game called 1993 Space Machine. Chimera, can you do me a favour, Matt? First of all, accept my thanks, and also to your contact, if you can send them a thank you for me as well. That's amazing. Oh, that would be even better, Rob. That would be even better, Rob, if this was... if you had cinematics as you went down the line. Even better. I do kind of feel the need to turn the sound down a bit there. Let me just turn the sound down a bit. Right, let me turn the sound down so it turns it down for me as well. It's better. It's just a dull thud now. Yeah, thank you very much indeed for sorting that, Chimera. That's really awesome. Let me just update the spreadsheet so that the mods know the extra stuff we have to play with. The Vermintide one, just to confirm, is that Warhammer End Times Vermintide? The thudding rhythm was okay for warm-up. It is. Wow. That's incredible. That's, folks, that's a 23 quid game. Your company made the cinematic trailer and intro for the game. Oh, fantastic. I'll have to have a look at that. How would you go about doing longer distance self-driving? No, Stephen Jam, the way Cameron's done it is, so there's three ways, levels of how you can do this. The very, very simple way of doing it is pretty much the way you've done it, where you have a marker that says set regulator to this. And then you do another marker which says set brake to this. That's the really basic way of doing it. It works. The next level up from that is where you have cruise control in the script. We have a test condition running all the time, which is just constantly adjusting controls. And then you have markers which say do 30 miles an hour, do 20 miles an hour, and so forth. And then the next level up from that is how I did it in my one, which is where all you do is tell it where to stop. And it will just use the signalling in Lua script instructions to get all the speed limits and signal placements so that it can handle all the rest of the actual journey from A to B itself, and you just need to tell it where all the stops are. So yeah, that's kind of, those are the three strategies for doing it. Coding the last one is a bit more difficult, but Cameron's done a good job on this actually. This is working well. Seriously? Track IR? What? Eh? How hard is the cruise control one? That's not too bad. If you a very simple cruise control, because again, there's different strategies for cruise control. A very simple one is, am I going too slow? If so, put the throttle on, the brakes off. If I'm going too fast, take the throttle off and put the brakes on. Very simply. There are much better ways of doing it, but that's a very simple strategy. Cup of coffee in the HST mug. Oh, makes a change. That's all I was looking for. Tuesday night coding stream, yeah. Well, my plan with that was that I was going to finish off the one I've done and then upload it to Workshop, and then with the way that I've written it, you effectively can use it as a module in your own scenario. Because the other thing is that how you may get an answer, how you drive a train to maintain the track is different for each train. So you kind of need a module, a pluggable module, which will show it how to drive. Will effectively handles the cruise control for that loco. And the main module is effectively the sort of the second man, which is saying go this speed, go that speed, go this speed. So that you've got the driver module. So you want pluggable drivers. So otherwise, essentially, you have to rewrite the script for everything you want to do, and it gets to be a pain. So there's a bit more to it than that. But Rob, fire up Windows Explorer. And go into C, Program Files, Steam Apps, Common, Railworks, Dev, Docs, and you want that one, I think, Engine Scripting. Let me just double check. Yeah. I'm just going to put this over the top of your scenario, Cameron. You want get next restrictive signal, and you want get next speed limit. That's all you need. Yeah, so you can use trains that have got AFB or something on them, or cruise control. Coffee. I like coffee. B9bot. I like coffee. I prefer tea on the stream, but I've drunk a lot of tea and I'd fancied a change. Gazing out of the countryside. Look at that beautiful countryside. Captain Jenks. So if you go to the Railworks folder, go into the Dev folder, go into the Docs folder. In there is a whole pile of documentation. Read it, consume it, get lots of ideas. I surprised you, B9bot. Oh. In a good way or a bad way, or? It's quite rare that I have a coffee at home these days. I pretty much always drink tea at home. Looks like it could take a while to take a lean. Yeah, it's total pain in the neck. Really is. You can't redirect trains or anything like that, Captain Jenks. You can't overrule what the scenario says to do, but you can sort of find out more about what's going on in the scenario You can control the player train. Do not try and control AI trains. That will end badly. It will let you control AI trains, but trust me, it will end badly. But yeah, you can find out more about what's going on. So you need the next restrictive signal and then the current speed limit are all you need to do a self-driving train. I've got that stuff working in my script. What are you seeing, camera? Why do you do that? Can you control the player based on AI trains? Not really, no. But what you could do is say, before a certain time, I won't let you manipulate the throttle and brake control, for example. Given that AI trains pretty much should always be following a schedule, you can say that up to a certain point in time, so you won't let them move until an AI train's gone past, but you can only do that by time. What other train games have I played apart from TS and TSW? I played all of them. I'm a train game fan. So if an AI hasn't hit a mark, you get rid. No, you can't do that, Captain Jenks. You can in TS World, though. What light are you picking up? It's picking up light, possibly from that fluorescent. It's really annoying. No, I haven't played Train Mechanic for ages, have I? We just got onto steam engines, if I remember rightly. Basically, Rob, there's a bit more to it, but yeah. You can get the distance to speed limits, and then you can decide. Effectively, you need to decide your approach curve that you want to take. So the curve that I took was that it would, at a certain distance, it would apply a particular brake level and linearly bring you down to 15 miles an hour. Then it would release the brakes, and then it would coast until a certain distance. And then if it got to that distance, or when it got to that distance, it would then apply a brake application that would then bring you to a stop. So effectively you follow that sort of a pattern, because you don't want to do a curve, because curves never hit zero. So you need to bring it down, level out, and then bring it down to a stop at the right time. I've adjusted this out a little bit. We'll see whether that makes it a little bit less fussy. Just turned your light on, and perhaps my track IR saw your light. Is that what you're saying? Don't forget the AWS. Yeah, I guess there's, you know, anything's possible, I guess. No, I think it's something to do with the infrared light. Sorry, the fluorescent light behind me. But I'm going to change that out, because, you know, I've got the Philips Hue system, which does all of the blinky lights in front of me. I've bought a... they've got like a row of LEDs. And I'm gonna replace the fluorescent light with just this big long row of LEDs, super bright ones, which means that there won't be fluorescent light, but they'll also be controllable by the computer as well. There isn't, Rob. There is no way to do that, unfortunately. That one is one of the hard-coded ones. Yeah, save money on energy too. Yeah, a bunch of little LEDs is definitely going to be lighter on energy. And it means that without having to get off my backside, I can turn those lights off when I'm watching TV or a movie in here. You know, there's just upsides. I'm thinking I might treat myself to an Alexa as well. Oh, heading to Darlington. Yeah, I'm thinking of treating myself to an Alexa too, and Alexa could control all the lights, so I could walk into the room and say, Alexa, turn the lights on, please. Should just be, yeah. Program it to make it work like the one in Back to the Future. Hey there, Dilly Dorito. Yeah, yes, you. Depending on the loco and what support it had, you probably could bang book burned. So have you got Alexa as well? Alexa, order more toilet paper. Moggy already learned he had to turn his off. Gronk hype. Change Alexa to respond to computer, yeah. Everyone say, stop saying Alexa! Oh, wow, we're at 24.26. Sorry, yeah, that's what we were at. I thought we'd gone up there for a bit. No, we haven't. It's exactly the same as it was. Use a very long stick to hit the light switch. Hey, you know what? Low tech works. when we're sitting there going, oh, our Alexa needs a firmware upgrade, you'll be like, yep, just works. I think we need to get a load of donations coming in. We do Simply Transport, but you know what? If there aren't any to come in, there aren't any to come in. You broke your waffle machine last night, Dilly Dorito. I think we need a moment's silence, folks. Alexa is now muted. Oh dear. Do you remember when Xbox One came out? And it was listening to everything that came over the television as well. Which meant that if you're playing a multiplayer game, anyone in the multiplayer game on the voice chat could just simply say Xbox One shut down. And half the